Bring yourself into the moment and dream the world that you want to walk in. And it will happen. It's like rain. It doesn't rain until it hits critical mass. When enough of us are dreaming that dream, unconditional love. You breathe in unconditional love, you breathe out for yourself, breathe out unconditional love for all things. When there's enough of us walking that path, it'll be our reality. That's all you need to know. And wherever we're going, doesn't matter. It is going to be incredibly beautiful. Incredibly beautiful. Incredibly beautiful.
What do you think?
It'll end when it ends.
You think that's soon?
Hey?
You think that's soon?
Oh, it'll happen sometime soon.
What kind of preparations would you make?
I've made all I need to. I'm in order with God, so nothing else needs. If you've got a relationship with Jesus Christ, then all other things don't count. Everything else is superfluous and unneeded. All your good works we're going to amount to nothing. They will bring death to you. Your own good works will just bring death to you. But if you have Christ as your Lord and Saviour, that will bring life eternal. Until you've taken a relationship with Christ, proved it and tested it, everything else is garbage, and it will become garbage quickly to you once you've done it. I do all sorts of things, you know, to deal with others, but my good works are nothing unless I have a relationship with Christ. You know, they talk about in the world it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, I don't need to know anything. All I need to know is Christ and Him crucified, and put Him as my Lord and Saviour. And until we do that, everything else is garbage and leads to death. And not the death we think of, but the deadness. You know how you feel sometimes? You feel a deadness in yourself?
Yeah.
You're in real happy places, but you still feel deadness in yourself? That's the only thing that will deal with it, is a relationship with Jesus Christ.
I mean, you can have that relationship with a different God. It doesn't have to be
No.
God inside.
No.
Your own God.
It can't be your own God. The problem with the world is the world wants a God of their own imagination.
But that's what,
I would say
that's what Jesus Christ is.
No, He's not a God of my own imagination. I have met
It's not
Him.
your imagination, it's just something
No,
that you feel really strongly about.
It's more than that. I know imagination. I'm a very imaginative person. I have a great imagination. I've imagined the weirdest and wildest things that you can imagine. But that is not that's imagination. Christ is not. It's a relationship. It's a real thing.
Yeah, well, some people have a relationship with a God inside them, and that's real.
Thanks. And so what do you know about the solar eclipse that's happening?
I know that it's happening, that's it.
Yeah?
that's about it, yeah.
And what does it mean to you?
That's a solar eclipse, that's all. It means nothing.
No symbolic?
Nah, nothing
No?
at all, mate, no.
So what do you think about that some people say that there's the end of the world's coming soon?
Yeah, well, it'll come one day, but it's been coming for the last how many years?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it'll happen one day.
What preparations would you make if it was coming?
None. Because there'd be nothing I could do about it.
Yeah. Do you have any beliefs that might affect that?
No. None whatsoever.
Not a religious man?
No.
What do you believe in then?
I don't know. Fate, maybe. There's a book up there, it's written down for 'em. You live born here, dead there, that's it. What you do in between's up to you.
So what happens when you're growing your pineapples? Do you have any kind of... You just let them grow, or you don't pray to anyone, or you...
No. I swear at him occasionally when it's not enough rain, or what have you, too much rain, or whatever.
You swear at them?
Hey mate, you know, like send some rain, will you? Come on, you bugger. I want to make some money.
And our dreaming has to purify the earth. Has to.
Waiting for that to die down. Okay.
You got me wishing. It was written. We don't want no fear.
Food of the gods, this stuff here, it wasn't a fancy advertising gimmick by the Mayans back 2,000 years ago. I know that for a fact because they didn't have television back then. It was a complete food. It had the fruit and the bean, and in a lot of different scriptures it talks of having the seed and the fruit together. There's a huge thing that's happening at the moment. The eclipse that's happening is a very special one. We were told of it for some reason. You're about to get wet again. Water. Water is a very important part of this, the age of Aquarius. We're now about to step truly into the age of Aquarius. With this eclipse, they had it on their calendar for some reason. It was there as a special. And it's happening right here, Port Douglas, Daintree region, for a reason. We're now planting cacao, which is a Mayan food, the superfood, the food of the gods. It's there for a reason as well. It's all just now starting to come together. We've got to hold the integrity for it to actually happen properly. So that's what we're here doing, just trying to hold the integrity of what's about to happen. So we have the food of the gods, we have the nectar of the gods, we have the eclipse happening very shortly. If we can hold that integrity, then we're going to feel this huge shift. If we can't and we blow our minds on other things, distractions and that, we're going to miss it. So very, very important time to be as clear as we can right here, right now. There's no greater time.
So you think it's something that can be missed as humanity?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. It can be missed and then seen as a disaster and not felt, because this is going to be felt. We're dealing with water. Age of Aquarius is water. So water represents the emotions, the E, energy in motion. That's the emotions, that's the ocean as well. So we're here to feel that. And if we're not centered, if we're not clear, we're not going to feel it. We're going to dull our minds and lose our senses. We're going to alter our mind. Worst thing that we can do is alter our mind. We need to alter our state of consciousness instead and feel with depth what's about to happen, because we can miss it.
Too Easy Shack in the Empire of Love. I just love to say that. What are you doing here? I did the Too Easy Shack on the Empire of Love. Have you been over there? I'm the head assassin from the Empire of Love. It's all about feelings. So I create something that you feel with my feelings. I don't necessarily make something to conceptualize, although you can conceptualize my art, and I do from time to time. For the most part, it's a process of you create it completely with your feelings. So it's coming from this part of my body, right? If this part of my body is closed up, I have a really hard time making stuff. And so I'm now calling all of these things that I do the Empire of Love, and part of that is directly related to this idea of how it's made and what its purpose is. You know, the purpose is you walk over there and look at that, you're going to see something and feel something, right? That's what I'm shooting for, that feeling. Often it's a feeling of inspiration or a feeling of well-being. And then again, there's this idea of like sacred space and the irony of making sacred space out of trash. But the idea that the Catholic Church and the Buddhist temple don't have the market cornered on sacred space. You got to make your own sacred space. I mean, personally, I believe all space is sacred, so whatever. I even put a crazy sign up there that says, "This is a shack, folks," but people go in and take their shoes off. They be reverent, and this just happens over and over and over again. So it's going for that feeling that you get in traditional sacred space, but there's no deities, there's no gold, you know, there's no belief system. So it's about feelings. You know, the empire of greed is going down. Consumerism, capitalism, commercialism, and just straight up greed. That world is going down. And the new world is the Empire of Love. That's my story. That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
It looks crazy and looks like fucking doomsday. Fucking this is happening in the sky, the fucking eclipse. These guys are gonna fucking, there's a nuclear fucking war happening over here. Fucking people are starving over there. These people have all the money, they've taken it and fucking controlling everything. Like, all this shit looks fucking, you know, in itself crazy, but it's all fucking working into a process, man. When you make mistakes, then you learn. Man, the fucking world is making the mistake. Humanity's doing it and we're gonna fucking learn from it. Because if we be smart and we fucking be open, man, everyone can come. You know, when you feel it in your heart, I tell you, hey man, do you want to be friends and not fuck with each other? You say yes. Man, you feel it inside you. You say like, of course, it's the only option and it's in you. You feel it and you go, man, this feels right. This feels where it should be. This is how it should be. I meet people and just smile and we chill and don't have to fuck. Man, that's it, you know? We wanted to get out of this world, you know, we had enough. We were like, let's go find paradise. So we went in down the coast of Mexico 1,000 miles and bought horses and rode out into the jungle. Well, to make a long story short, we got busted because we had a bit of marijuana with us. Yeah. And put us in prison. They deported the women and children in 3 days and put me and my friend in prison. They never tell you how long you're going to be there. In fact, the other prisoners are coming up to you and going, you're here forever, you know, you're never going to get out. So we would spend our time constantly trying to escape. And we escaped a few times. And they'd catch us and they'd put us in this box that you can just sit up in. And it's built for solitary confinement. So there's only supposed to be one person in there. There's no plumbing, no light, and a little bit of air because you just got one little door in the steel door that they open up and shove food in. But you never get the food because there are all these other people before you, and they hate you because you're rich. If you're traveling, you're rich. So anyway, my friend was in the cell next to me, and our spirits would leave our bodies and meet and talk about this horrible situation. At one point, we decided to just never go back. I mean, we're free. Why would we go back to that situation, you know? And we started hearing a third voice. We perceived it at the time to be the spirit of the earth. But now I realize it was collective consciousness. Anyway, that voice said, look, you got to go back to your bodies. And this is what's going to happen. I'm going to purify, the earth is going to purify her body and neutralize all the toxins that we've been creating. But all those toxins are absolutely perfect. Nothing in the universe isn't perfect. It's impossible. So all those, we've been taking matter and turning it into gases. And that's absolutely perfect because it's going to shift the laws of physics and make it so plastic can't hold itself together. It'll just go up into the ethers as a harmless gas. Absolutely perfect. Whoever survives this purification will have a pure earth, every drink of water, every food you eat. No legacy for all the children. You see, even if we all woke up, you know, and pulled the plug on all the pollution and everything, we would still have a legacy of all those chemicals in our atmosphere and in our earth for hundreds of thousands of years, and our children would still die of weird diseases and cancers and stuff. The earth and our dreaming has to purify the earth. It has to. Otherwise we're going to kill all life on the surface of it, and she's not going to let us do that. She's only letting us play with fire until enough of us learn the lessons. When you stop walking in harmony with nature, when you stop walking in unconditional love, you create pain and suffering. You create war. Because you start having beliefs. I believe this and you don't, so you're bad. You see what I mean? The world of good and bad. You know? Well, there is no good and bad. That's an illusion. The only battle going on is in everybody's head. Now the lotus flower is going to unfold no matter what, because you can't stop evolution. It's forever, you know? So basically it's just like a plant, like a mushroom. It throws out 2 billion spores. 3 or 4 of them are going to grow up into a mushroom. But every spore will go back into the mycelium and wait for the next flowering. Every single soul will get there. And it's all about the pulse of a lesson. The pulse of the universe is lesson, grow, lesson, grow. It's not good, bad, good, evil. Lesson, grow. Everybody's just learning a lesson. I've been many, many lifetimes to get to where I'm at, and so have you. You've been a murderer, a rapist, and every horrible thing that's ever manifested on this, in this city-type world. You know what I mean? Because we had to learn all those lessons. Where we're going, we're becoming the co-creators of the universe, and collective consciousness needed to know that we knew those lessons so well that we'll never ever forget them and go back the other way. You see what I mean? Nature always does that. It's the survival of the fittest. So a few of us will survive this purification. It's just like, you know, when we had that huge tsunami off the coast and it killed 250,000 people. It didn't kill the wild animals because they knew the wave was coming. Well, I'm a wild animal, and I know there's a wave coming. And that's what it's all about. It's but you know, after saying all of that, you know, and I've met so many people that hang their hat on all these prophecies and dates, and if it doesn't happen, they get jaded. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, there goes another, you know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe they get back into the technology world and get into solar panels and soybean cars, and you know what I mean? Or keep this thing going organically. Won't work. Because you can still have war. What we have to do is let go of all beliefs. You see, that's my main survival skill. That's why I know I can walk from here to Perth. Because I don't have any beliefs. I live in the moment. Because that's all there is. There isn't anything else. This is it. This is the universe. And you are the universe. There's no separation between you and anything else. This stick is you. And it's conscious. It's very, very smart. It knows exactly what to do. Follow the laws of the universe. See what I mean? Everything is conscious. And you know what I'm trying to help people understand? It is, we're not helpless in this situation. It is actually up to you and to me to dream the world you want to live in. It's just like this man, he went to bed thinking he's going to fly like a bird. So he got up in the morning and he put little wings on and feathers and he jumped off a little cliff. It didn't work. So he went back to his drawing board and made adjustments, went back and tried again. His neighbor saw him and said, hey Joe, how about we do this? It became a collective dream until we were walking on the moon, flying around in jumbo jets. Everything in this universe was created through our dreaming. Everything. You were there at the Big Bang. And science even knows that. Every cell in your body was at the Big Bang. All of us. We were there and we were conscious. Before that, we were just this ball of love, dense ball of love, and it was okay. We were having fun, and it was beautiful and everything, but we wanted a new experience. So we created the universe to have a three-dimensional experience. We did it. It wasn't somebody else. It wasn't God, or, you know what I mean? It was us. And we thought, oh wow, let's have a little Earth spinning around in the center of it with the sun. And we did that. I can take myself all the way back, and I was in the water with, you know, a water creature looking up at the Earth, going, wow, I want that experience. So I grew legs consciously, and I walked up on the Earth and grew lungs. We did it, and it's still up to us. You see what I'm saying? It's in our dreaming. So that's the work to do. Forget about all the dates and the end of the world and all that shit. Bring yourself into the moment and dream the world that you want to walk in. And it will happen. It's like rain. It doesn't rain until it hits critical mass. When enough of us are dreaming that dream, unconditional love. You breathe in unconditional love, you breathe out for yourself, breathe out unconditional love for all things. When there's enough of us walking that path, it'll be our reality. That's all you need to know. And wherever we're going, doesn't matter. It is going to be incredibly beautiful.
12, 11, 10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Man, do you think the world's gonna end?
Apparently like 2013. Yeah, Rattle was in my ear the other day. He's like talking about something up here colliding.
Yeah.
2013.